right, here's for a little showing. So that's my old set that I just took off. All right, this video is just going to talk about a couple things that I did. For anyone who's thinking about the ALBA shocks, the ALBA A arms, the Elka shocks, and just how I did my setup here on this. Yeah, so spoiler alert, there's no writing or nothing like that just yet, but just going to shoot a little video on this here. I'll start with the back. That's the easiest, I guess. All right. I still have to tighten everything up. I just got everything loose in there. I'm in the process of putting it together, and then I thought I would just quick shoot a little video on it. So we'll start back here. So the shock's pretty simple. You don't have to take this out. Right off the bat too, I'm gonna say this too. If you want a better assembly video on how to put this on, check out Garage MC. I will leave a link in the description, so go in descriptions and there will be a link to his channel where he is pretty much doing the same thing with a long arm suspension with the YZF 450 shocks. He does pretty good on it, in my opinion. I'm just going to talk about a couple different things that I did that I couldn't find information on, but there we go. So anyways, got two bolts up top, real simple. Just undo it. You don't have to do you do not have to do these ones. You will have to loosen up this one here for the shock, obviously, and then take that back. You do have to do these ones. You undo these ones, loosen up these two, and the shock will come down the bottom. Then you can bring up your swing arm, and then you can, you know, take your shock out, put the new shock in, and then screw it back in instead of, you know, going way out there and doing those ones. You can just do it there. Okay. Talk about that's that. I will eventually get a Tusk or some kind of brand axle, but for right now I'm not worried about it. I just went with spacers. I know a lot of people talk about spacers, how they're bad. Spacers are not bad. I've had them on my 350 F-150. I had them on my trail rig Jeep Wrangler, and as long as you install them correctly, you're not gonna have a problem. So just like I said, I put some Loctite in here, secured it good and tight, and it should be good. But as long as you have them nice and square and you put them on like a regular tire, you're going to be fine. These are ALBAs. They come, they're aluminum. They have aluminum finish on it. I went ahead and painted my ends here red, so I painted these red to match. It's pretty much that there for the back end, to be honest with you. It's pretty simple. This is my first time ever doing this. Oh yeah, I'm showing how the cable here, I tucked it in there. I won't know until how the suspension rides if I need to adjust that or not, but should be good. So most of the work was the front. And right off the bat, another thing that I could not find any information on, I should have did a quick video on this, was this here. This is where your ALBA brake lines are going to go. So I ran it through. You have a stock one that's in there, and this little clip is sliding up in there. That's holding that piece on. Just reach in there with some channel locks, and I grabbed it and I just pulled that clip right out, and then it just came out easy. So that's one thing. This little guy right here, that's what that is. Okay. Let's see. Basically that's it. I mean, if you want an assembly video, just go to his YouTube channel and he will tell you this here, the specs, you know. And if you do go with the ALBA set, check out for these. Make sure these are tight. Mine were not. I had to snug these up. That's basically it. Like I said, I still got to set it down, tighten everything up, do the toe. But I'm very happy with the way it looks. Why I went with this instead of like the Hoosier brand or the Long Travel or long. It's not called Long Travel. There is a Long Travel, but it's a different brand. Longhorn, I believe it's Longhorn brand. I went with ALBA because when I talked with them through email, they were very nice. So they gave me extra stickers and a hat, and just would be communicating with them through email. It just helped me out, want to go with this brand. It comes shipped locally for the most part. The Elka shocks are made in Canada, assembled in Canada. I'll probably show assembly video in the comment as well, not in the comment, but in the description as well. Because, I don't know, I'm American. I like to support local the best I can versus China. I'm sure they're made in China, but they're assembled in Canada and then shipped over for my weight. I'm very happy about that. Why I went with Elka instead of Fox is Fox, I don't know, they had the air shocks and they're really expensive. My original plan with this was to just get the Raptor shocks, because I have the piggyback shocks, and I didn't like the way the quad handled. It wasn't very stable at high speeds. It wasn't really stable at low speeds. And when I adjusted it to, there wasn't much adjustment. I mean, let's be honest. But when I hit jumps, it'll bottom out. And if I adjusted this here to make it not bottom out, it just seemed too stiff of a ride, and it was even more tippier. So I didn't like that. So I was originally going to go with some Fox 700R shocks. I would have been happy with that, but I could not find any. I spent a good 2 weeks. My patience was short. And the only set I found, they were originally first asking $450 for a 2014 Raptor R shocks. And then, like I said, they're 2014. They weren't the black style. They were more like that, the gray style right there. And I wanted black. If they were black, I probably would have bought them, to be honest with you. But I'm glad I didn't. Because MC, you know, I talked about, I was emailed at him a little bit through Messenger or whatever. If you have any questions, you can ask him. He responds back pretty quick, so that's pretty good of him. But back to this. So I originally always wanted to do this, but I didn't want to do it because I was worried about the measurements. I thought it had been too long for the trail. I still believe I'm still going to be just under 50 inches with this, with my numbers and my math. If I'm wrong, well, that sucks, but I still believe I'm going to be just under 50 inches with it. But that is one reason why I went with the Elkas, because one, yes, the 700R shocks are better than those. These are the stage 3s. People are saying that the stage 3s are good, but they're not as good as the factory Raptor 700 shocks, because it has, oh, what do you call it, the adjustment on the bottom. So you got, again, I'm still new, so don't quote me or hold me bear with me for when it comes to explaining these shocks. But preload, I believe, is that. And then rebound is down there. These shocks do not have a rebound, but I'm not racing or doing anything fancy like that. I'm just doing Silver Lake and some trails, you know, nothing fancy. I just want something more stable and especially wider compared to the stupid piggyback shocks. So that's why I went with this route. So anyone who's thinking of going this route, and you're not a track racer, you're just a novice, you know, you're above a novice, but not really an expert. An expert, in my opinion, is someone who I would say is jumping 10 feet in the air, you know, that is racing, you know, that, you know, they're, you know, that's racing. This could be a race quad, but I'm not racing it. I just want more stability, and I want to be able to hit jumps and not bottom out when I land. And I had a YZF 450R all stock, and I loved how that handled. It just was planted, and it felt really good. I could still get it on 2 wheels, but you know, it was planted. Anyone who rides is in Road 1 and rides a Raptor, which I'm sure that you watching this video, you know that. And I'm just assuming, again, I'll do a follow-up video later on when this is all put together and I ride, about how this rides. But man, I'm just rambling, going all over the place here. But that is why I went with ALBA, because they were nice through emails. I went through Elka because I liked the red shocks, and the Fox shocks were outrageous. Oh yeah, okay. So originally I was going to go with the shocks, and then I was like, man, for $400 more, I can get just the Elka shocks. So that was what I was going to go with. I was looking around, I don't know, $800 for just the front 2 shocks. I was like, okay. I mean, I talked to my wife. I was a little scared. She's like, well, just get what you want and get where the money's at. Get what your money's going to be. Because I explained to her I was about to, you know, drop $400 on these 2 shocks that are used, and you don't know if they need to be rebuilt or anything like that. So I I was a little nervous about doing that and being right back in this situation of having to send them out and get them rebuilt, which if you do have 700 shocks, R's, that would be a great deal. There's Rocket Ron, there's all kinds of local builders on probably in your area on Facebook where you send your shocks out. I think it's like $600 to $700. They come back, and again, they're set up for your weight of caliber. Which, if I had the R shocks, I probably would have done that. But I still would have wanted to widen it because I still like the stance that it's about to have here in a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. That's basically it. So just do what's in your budget. I mean, this was definitely a little bit out of my budget and what I really wanted to spend, but I really believe I'm going to get what I'm paying for. I'm loving the look. I'm going to like the way it feels. I'm going to like the way it performs. So I will get my money out of it. I will be happy with it. Let's see what else can I jabber about real quick. I'm just gonna see, we're at 11 minutes right now. Give me a moment here. Let me think about something. Cause I know I'm gonna think of something in this video. Tools you'll need. If you can put fluid in there and pump the brakes, still that takes a while, but I would just head to Harbor Freight and pick up this brake line kit. That makes it easier, and if you do any of this stuff in the future, it's going to come handy. This really helped bleeding the brakes 100% easier. When I first was doing that, I did the old wood and hammer and knocked the ball joints out. And then I went ahead and ordered a kit off Amazon. This kit here, I think it was under 50 bucks. It was like 40 some dollar shit to my door. I'll use more of it in the future, but I mainly got it for this. This worked perfect for the ball joint. To pop that out, you just put it in and you just keep tightening it. Boom. Tusk has one of these. There's another brand one of these. It was like 40 bucks just for this one part. I was like, oh, I can get the whole kit for 40, you know, so that was a no-brainer. So I just got the whole kit, and I'll have that for the future for my other quads or friends that are getting into the sport and going to want to do it. So that's 2 tools I recommend having. If you're mechanical inclined, you can figure it out. But yeah, that is pretty much it, I believe. Now I'm just pretty much going to be putting it back together. Is basically it. So all right guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope this helped. Like I said, check out Garage MC or MC Garage. It's one of those. Sorry bro if you're watching this. Doubt he is, but yeah, said 2-inch spacers in the rear, ALBA +2 in the front. This is not the long travel, although it did drop it down, you know, about 2 inches because it is longer 2 inches, so it's coming down 2 inches. I don't know how much more the long travel. Long travel will probably drop it down probably another 2 inches. You probably have 4 inches of travel that way. I don't necessarily need that. And when I ordered this, they were out of stock. They didn't have that in stock. So that's why I didn't do that. And again, and why I ended up going this long route, because I wanted the extra. And then the back end, I priced out the shock. It's like $500 just for the rear shock. And if I buy it in the kit deal, I got it for like, you know, $300. So I saved another $500 in getting the kit. So if you're looking to buy, you're looking at just getting the Elka shocks, or you're looking at just getting the A-arms, but later on you want to upgrade, especially if you got the piggyback shocks, just save a little bit more and just buy it all at once. You get a better deal when you buy it all at once. And take your time assembling it. I mean, I started doing this Thursday. I put it on the stand. I started loosening up all the bolts. And then Friday I worked on it. Saturday I didn't work on it at all. Today's Sunday morning about 11:30. And I came out here and I finished up the side. And then I just, like I said, put everything together. The brakes are bled. The brakes are tight and all set. Now I just got to throw tires on, drop it down, and then tighten up everything else. And then it's good to go. So I will definitely have it done today. The next video will probably be a short of just it put together 100%. I'll just do like a walk around. I'll say, because I did a before video, this will be an after video where I just do a walk around of it all put together. And then probably a month down the road, oh, here comes a sneeze. About a month down the road, I will do a riding video. Oh, excuse me. About a month, maybe 2 down the road, I would do I do a little bit of a riding video of how I like it, if it's worth it, if I'm happy with my changes, which I'm sure I will. And just the comments. I'm going little stupid little piggyback shocks to this. It'll be good. So those are rated, I heard, for a 175-pound rider. I'm 210, give or take a couple pounds, depending how it goes. These are set to 200 to 225. So with my gear and everything on, that's where I'll be at. But yeah, I don't know. Now I got me a 700R. Or some guys are saying RR because it's wider like the YZF 450, but I don't know. It's still Raptor 700 to me. But all right, guys, that's about it. So hopefully this can help someone out. Like I said, go in the description if you want to see how the shocks were made. It's just, you know, they're simple and how they're made, but it's cool. I like to know what my stuff's made with. Brake lines, I could have stayed with my factory after it was like 60 bucks for those, but again, it was cheaper just getting the kit versus going with the stock rubber deals. They're in good shape. They would have reached, so if you're still on a budget and you want to cut, I mean, if you were to cut anything, that would be one thing you necessarily don't need is the brake line systems. I mean, especially if you're not a racer, if you're just an average Joe just riding around, you'll be fine with the stock brake lines. They will reach for the 2+, they will, but it ain't nothing to put it on. And again, 60 bucks is worth it, and it come with a little brake hanger, and it just looks cool, looks clean. You know, that whole front end's all new. But all right, guys. I'm trying to think of something else. I mean, that's basically it. I won't do a video of how I did the alignment or nothing like that. I mean, there's plenty of those out there. But yeah, guys, riding season's coming. I'm stoked. I love the way it looks. I can't wait to get the plastic on, get my wheels on, and see how it does. But y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More to come.